Hey, this is Dr. Renicki with CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia. So you've just had your regenerative medicine treatment. What do you need to do differently now? Well, one thing is we again want to make sure we're not doing anything that would reduce inflammation. The stem cells will do that for you, or the platelet-rich plasma, whatever your particular regenerative medicine treatment that you received, that will start to reduce inflammation, but you don't want to do anything additional in terms of any kind of NSAIDs, which is non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, and that's your typical ibuprofens and aspirins and those kinds of medications, and there are a few prescription ones there as well. And also you wouldn't want to be doing any icing. You can still use heat, but you would want to avoid anything that is designed to bring down inflammation. The other thing that you want to do is you want to avoid any foods that would promote inflammation. So we want inflammation to help the stem cells find where they need to go in the particular joint that you just had treated. So for example, if it's your knee, there might be a problem on the outside of the knee or the inside of the knee. We want the stem cells to be drawn more to that outside or more to that inside. But if you've got inflammation in your whole body because your diet is very pro-inflammatory, meaning that it's full of all kinds of artificial flavors and colors and preservatives, high in sugars, things like that, then that's going to make it where the stem cells are unable to find where they go because they're being called in all directions all at the same time. So changing your diet after a stem cell injection or regenerative medicine treatment can be very, very important for you. So what should you do in terms of a diet change? Well, in our practice, we go through some very specific changes that we recommend. But as I mentioned already, you want to be avoiding anything processed, anything with artificial flavors, colors, preservatives, sweeteners, things like that. Sticking to whole foods. I would recommend avoiding grains. Grains don't really belong in the human diet. Whether they're whole grains or not, we're not really designed to digest and process grains very well. So you want to avoid processed foods, you want to avoid grains, and stick with whole foods, fruits, vegetables, meats, nuts, berries, cheeses, things of that nature. Those are going to be things that will help to decrease global inflammation, but won't really change inflammation in a specifically injured or damaged area. I've never seen anybody who sprained their ankle and didn't have it swell because their diet was too good. So you don't have to worry about that if you eat too clean, it's going to change how well the stem cell or platelet-rich plasma injection will work. But if you're eating too poorly, that really can. Then as far as activity, well, activity can actually make stem cell or platelet-rich plasma therapies work better as long as it is not high impact. We don't want anything that's going to be pounding, so not going out and going for a jog or a run, certainly not anything like jiu-jitsu where you're going to be potentially thrown down to the mat or any of those kinds of things. But anything that involves movement of the joint will actually make things work better. It's going to help to kind of like circulate whatever was injected in around the joint so that it can be drawn easiest and best to whichever part needs the most help. So going for walks, cycling, things like that, swimming would be a fantastic one, but sitting on the couch and trying to just take it easy, that's not going to work better for you. You'll do better by staying active, continuing to move, just avoiding any impact. All right, so that's the primary changes that we would recommend after you've received a regenerative medicine treatment. Thanks for your time and attention. Feel free to post any questions or comments below, and we look forward to seeing how we might be able to help you and if you're a good candidate for regenerative medicine or not. CellGen Regenerative Medicine in Savannah, Georgia.